If you think there's nothing to do in Newcastle and Lawrence County, then think again. Always stay connected to NCTV45 to receive the information on events going on in and around the area on a daily basis. Programs to view are Newswatch, The Morning Show, and Community Happenings. NCTV45 takes pride in bringing you the event and organization info that you want. NCTV45 is the #1 media source locally. NCTV45, anytime on your time. Broadcasting from the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence, NCTV45. NCTV45 Newcastle, The Train. Everyone's talking about NCTV45. Internet television the way you want it. Your #1 media source serving Newcastle, Lawrence County, and globally. NCTV45.
Today's program furnished by funding from Bill's Bake Shop, where smiles are everywhere.
If you're craving hot dogs and more, and you're in the area, then look no farther than Coney Island, downtown Newcastle on Kennedy Square.
When you have legal issues, Paula Chalella, attorney at law, 113 North Mercer Street, Newcastle.
Entrusting your loved one to a funeral director is a very personal and emotional decision. The funeral director you choose must understand the importance of the decision you have made. When you call the William and Roger DeCarbo Funeral Home, I recognize what a privilege it is to be chosen at your time of need. We will provide you and your family with the best service possible, with sincerity and compassion.
The William and Roger DeCarbo Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1941.
Broadcasting from the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence, NCTV45. NCTV45 Newcastle, The Train.
Good morning, Newcastle, and happy Wednesday. Before Thanksgiving, the 25th of November, 2020, and wow, there's much talk across the board, and everything settles on the two subjects that we know. And it's been a rugged type of thing. We're going to get to that. I'm going to tell you about the weather first. Outside, 42 degrees. Kind of cloudy. Expect rain today. It will be building in here shortly. So don't you worry about that. And a lot of people might be grocery shopping or getting things together for the big day tomorrow, Thanksgiving. And we're going to talk about that as we are in the midst of usually, there's one type of turmoil. Here we've got two that are overshadowing and are so big that they're overshadowing all other problems. And with that, you have, wow, you have some interesting situations that are arising. And let's talk about them. First of all, you have COVID. And that situation right there hurting, I mean, it splinters out. It is hurting the entire nation. You know, Governor Wolf, you know, he provided us a day short of Thanksgiving. Let me tell you, generally, the graduating seniors of last year would come home from college and go to their neighborhood spots, whether it was the high spot up in Greenville or it was Cedars in Newcastle, Crane Room, wherever it may be. He asked the bars to close at 5. Now, the bars to close at 5, what have you just done? As we reflect back, he did that back on St. Patrick's Day. He hasn't given out any stimulus or any small business things to channel it to those people. Now, where this would be an $8,000 to $10,000 day for those businesses that have to stretch over days when you're not making that kind of money, you've taken 2, literally. Is it a good idea to shut everything down? I'm not going to cast or throw stones. All I'm going to tell you is, rounding up, there's 3,500 people hospitalized with COVID, 767 patients in intensive care. The major media is hitting it that everybody's sick. I get it. Are we going to wipe out a nation with COVID, or are we going to wipe out a nation with absolutely no economy? Therein lies the question that I believe needs answered, and our chat line is open, and feel free to comment on just that. Because not only does it change the way people celebrate with American culture, it changes American business, it changes all this information down the line. So where are we going? Tom Wolf, I think you made a bad decision. In this case, I understand why you made the decision, but I think you made a bad decision. The Department of Health, what they're announcing is week 7 rapid antigen test card distribution. So they're trying to test more people. We have not been given the information that we need as Pennsylvanians and Americans by either side as to how this travels. If you test positive, but you're not sick, are you just a carrier? If you test positive and you are sick, that's a whole nother story. Is it transmitted from you? We can do all the testing we want. I don't believe it's putting us in a better or worse place. Because they take the test, they send them home, and what good has the testing done? Nobody can answer that question for me. The Wolf Administration CARES Act funding the dairy program, providing $7.6 billion in direct relief to 1,550 Pennsylvania farmers. Once again, that's great, Governor. I thank you for helping the dairy. But Governor Tom Wolf, the small businesses, let's say florists, let's say media, that everybody, you've shut down the parades, everything that generated traffic. If the fourth quarter doesn't make any money on Main Street, small businesses are doomed. That's the bottom line. They're doomed. And what will happen in the small towns? Here, you've waived 2021 license fees for wineries, breweries, and distilleries. That's a good thought, but it's not enough. Just because you waived the fee, they weren't making any money on that anyway. Labor and Industry donates 700 stuffed toys to Pennsylvania children. Thanks, Labor and Industry. That's just the kind of thing of which I'm speaking, because it's hurting the children, it's hurting the family. Northeast governors announce a coalition to encourage students before leaving for break at the end of the semester to go through testing. It's not helping anybody, buddy. Just to go through a test, if you're not sick, isn't getting it done. We've got to get the vaccine out there, and we have to understand why this is happening. Until we get that, the Wolf Administration, and I kept this picture up here because all this is coming from him right now, reminds family and caregivers about available help they need during the pandemic. The thing that you have, Governor, is you have some unemployment things running out. Because there are still businesses that couldn't go back to work. To cut unemployment benefits, to cut any other benefits is wrong, and it isn't your fault. What you should be doing is asking Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and the Republicans to get a stimulus bill out, and that stimulus bill needs to come out before December 11th. And That's just putting it mildly. Now, let's go to the Cedar Sports Corner. And the interesting thing about this is last night there was really no type of sports. College football disrespecting BYU, who's undefeated. They have Alabama and Notre Dame. Kept Clemson 7-1 at number 3. Dropped Ohio State to 4. And Cincinnati, this is interesting. Cincinnati 8-0, Northwestern 5-0, and BYU 9-0. I'll go one more. Coastal Carolina and USC both undefeated. Those undefeated teams have not made any movement in college football rankings. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Cedar Sports Corner, and we're going to talk about the games scheduled today. And this is a real toss-up because will Cedars remain open and just close the bar? Some restaurants that serve alcohol, does that mean they're totally out? Well, these are the games that are on. We're going to take this break and get to the Cedar Sports Corner. We'll be right back.
The Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle wants you to indulge in the food from their pleasing menu. The Cedars features Mediterranean, pub food, Middle Eastern cuisine, and so much more. They're open every day 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call the Cedars on the east side at 827 Addis Street, Newcastle. 724-658-9543. That's 724-658-9543.
Hello and welcome to the Cedar Sports Corner, and let's get right to it. Well, with the lack of the city game, Duquesne and Pitt, Point Park and Robert Morris were scheduled to take center stage. That game has been postponed. So as college basketball tries to open up, we have George Washington. They're taking on the Naval Academy. Oakland will be at Xavier, both of those 12 o'clock games. At 1 o'clock, Drexel will be at Penn State. And that will move us up to the 2 o'clock games. Illinois State will be at Ohio State. Old Dominion will be at Maryland. Your games also continuing on at 2 o'clock. Memphis at St. Mary's. Your 3 o'clock games, Toledo at Bradley. 4 o'clock, Bowling Green at Michigan. UMass Loyola will be taking on the San Francisco Dons. That will be at 10:30. Now, no college football scheduled and no professional football scheduled. So head off to Cedars, get some great food, watch the games, and just enjoy. We're going to take this break. We will return right after this time.
This program furnished by Sporting Goods, 23 East Washington Street, Newcastle. Call 724-658-2535.
Gary West. And whether you find Augustine's Pizza at your local grocery store, well, the folks at Augustine's Pizza hope that their pizza is always your first choice for any and all occasions.
Allie's Upper Crust at 1700 Highland Avenue has a full menu: pizza, roll-ups, salad, soup, sandwiches, strombolis, dinners. They are just great for dine-in or take-out. Don't forget to give them a call at 724-652-7553. It's Allie's Upper Crust. At Delicios. Look at this sandwich. This is lunch, and I didn't want to overdo it, but I had coleslaw before. This sandwich, absolutely excellent. Cajun chicken, but their menu is so huge, and I'm going to show you all your friends that you knew from the old place. They're all here, so make sure you stop. They're open from 7 to 9. It's Delicios in downtown Newcastle.
We are back, and 42 degrees outside. You know, just when you think you've seen everything, then you start with the scams. Well, they're wide, they're out there, and they're prevalent. Pennsylvania State Police and the Department of Banking remind you that the shopping season is scam season. Tips to help you increase the number of consumers are expected to shop online this holiday. 3 common concerns about the scams look back over this year period. Phishing email scams, which try to fish for sales, skimming and e-kimming device scans, and gift card fraud. You know, now I'll give you so much if you buy these gift cards, and then you don't get it. Monitor your accounts. Never follow unsolicited emails. Type the website directly into the browser. Be wary of transactions involving checks. And when in doubt, hang up. Be skeptical. That from the PA department. There. So, continuing on. Now here, let me break this down for you. The state has certified the election. Okay. Stacey Garrett she wins the treasurer-elect. Okay. So, for those of you, she saw her right here. Now, the state certified the election. However, the certification is being questioned. Why? The state constitution says that the ballots must be in on November 3rd. The Secretary of State overrode the legislature, the Pennsylvania state constitution, and the Constitution of the United States, and collected ballots well after that date. The Trump campaign says the radical left is using the coronavirus to exchange election laws, okay, and they are fighting to expose this. I don't believe that just because somebody's sick somewhere, you could go off changing election laws. Breaking Trump's pardons. The breaking news, he pardoned Corn. Yesterday I told you about the two birds, Corn and the other one. Well, Corn got the pardon. So, you know that. Tom Robinson Memorial Breakfast, that was always today. Monday today, yesterday. Well, it was canceled. The Y wishes you a happy Thanksgiving. They announced their closed Thanksgiving, closed Christmas Eve, closed Christmas Day, and closed New Year's Day. New Year's Eve, they're going to be open 6 a.m. to 12 noon at the Y Zone, and downtown here 5:30 to 12 noon. So that kind of gives you their schedule. The Hoyt encourages you to take advantage of their programs. See, Learn, and Do. They have workshops. Call the Hoyt for more information. And remember, the blanket drive is underway. Turn in a new blanket to Red Cross or the Lawrence County YMCA. So that gives you a few updates on what's going on right here. And weather, 42 cloudy degrees. When you look at this Ohio radar, that's how close the rain is. And when you look at Pittsburgh radar, you can see it moving across the line. Let's go to Lawrence County 45 weather. Check this out and we'll be right back.
My name is Brittany. I have suffered with depression for 15 years.
My name is Sam, and I've been experiencing depression for over 12 years. This is the first place I will always recommend for somebody to come if they're suffering from depression or anxiety or any kind of problem like that.
Easy Clean Car and Van Wash, where your clean wash is our goal. Run it again at Lindy's Lunch. Run it again with hot dogs, fries, burgers, and much more. For the 2-point conversion, try those daily specials. Run right in and you will only guard to score at Lindy's Lunch. For the game, just right for lunch or anytime. It's Lindy's Lunch. 2402 Wilmington Road, Newcastle.
BSB. Big Shot Bobs are the wings for me. 50 flavors, make it right, you see. BSB has sandwiches you have to try. Stop in and you'll know why. Every day of the week you see. Call or stop in to BSB. Big Shot Bobs will be your favorite place, just like me.
Hello, and a very pleasant welcome to Lawrence County 45 weather. Well, after last night's cloudy low of 36, how is your Wednesday looking? And let's just say rain. As this is local radar, but it's not really showing it. The national scene, these clouds have overtaken us and they spell rain, and here is your forecast. Last night, cloudy and 36. Your Wednesday, high of 54, chance of rain 80%. So you're getting wet as you go to Wednesday night, low of 46, chance of rain 90%. Rain continues into Thanksgiving morning. Showers before 1, mostly cloudy, 57 on your Thanksgiving. As the day goes on, clouds clear out. Thursday night, cloudy, a low of 44. Bebop into Friday. Friday, mostly cloudy, 55. Friday night, mostly cloudy, a low of 38. Saturday, sunshine and 48. Saturday night, mostly clear and 29. That's a cuddle alert as we dip below the freezing mark. We bebop into Sunday, sunshine and 50. Sunday night, mostly cloudy, 33, and rain snow mix. So it'll be icy out there. You got to be careful. And for those going hunting, the rain snow mix continues on Monday. High of 43. And, well, we're getting very seasonal as we continue through to the end of the month, which is Monday. Now, this was Lawrence County 45 weather, and we're going to take this break, hear from these great people. We'll be right back. Elham's for one great dining experience. Hello, friends, and it's Los Amigos. Let me tell you what, great food. Whether you get the chimichangas, enchiladas, tacos, whatever you get, you're going to love them. The nice, friendly atmosphere. Stop by. Tell them Nctv45 sent you. It's Los Amigos sponsoring this program. Today's programming is brought to you by Nctv45 and NC Radio 450, Newcastle's community television station.
This program sponsored by Lombardo's Apothecary, located at 1230 South Mill Street on the south side of Newcastle.
At our law firm, we see you. Come see us at lgkg.com.
Special thanks going out to Town Mall Pizza for sponsorship of this program, located in the Cascade Galleria, Newcastle.
There's more than meets the eye. You gotta give them a Newcastle a try. The right small town for living. Look around.
Well, we're back, and thanks for tuning in and joining us on this morning. One person, why haven't I given the traffic? Basically, there's no traffic to give, folks. You know, Pittsburgh was saying, as I had them up over here, from the airport to downtown was 2 minutes. That means there's nobody going anywhere. So, surprise, surprise. So I thought, no point in doing that. I won't waste your time. The stories have remained the same. We're in this gridlock. Check out your local businesses. Maybe some will remain open today. In Defiance, remember up in Erie, the gyms said they were protesting indoors. And they notified media. And the state police went walking right out. Once again, I remind you of the Bill of Rights, Constitution, the right of the people to assemble shall not be impeded. Doesn't say anything about anybody getting the Chinese virus. Make sure that you tell a friend and have a friend tell a friend about Nctv45. They'll be glad you did. And when they say, oh, I don't watch a lot of TV, you tell them that Nctv45 is available anytime on your time. Here's a train that runs on your schedule. That's Nctv45. Now make sure you get that second cup of coffee and have a super day in what I call the greatest castle in the world in the county of Lawrence. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you again real